Hi everybody, welcome to Trending. Each week we come to you guys with a different topic. This week our topic is voter registration and youth engagement. We're here at the historic Morehouse College waiting for Reverend Jesse Jackson to come talk to the crowd about voter rights and voter registration. It's important to note that today, a couple of hours ago, a lawsuit was filed in the state of Georgia filing for emergency voter registration extension. So as we've been doing trending all over the city, we've been having a lot of difficulty finding young women, and especially women of color, talking about politics. How do you feel that women of your age, specifically of color, do you believe they're engaged in politics and as knowledgeable as they should be?
Absolutely. I think that especially what we see within historically black colleges is a lot of just social consciousness regardless of gender. I think maybe women aren't reached out to as much, but we're definitely there and definitely present.
I think because it's a taboo thing for us, especially as young people. It's something that we are afraid to talk about because we feel like we can't talk about it. We don't know what it is, or we're just not involved. But I think for me personally, especially being a Spelmanite, that's something that we encourage and something that at Spelman that they teach us to be civically engaged, to be active in the whole political realm. So I think it's a lot of it's to do with just the hesitation to the topic itself and the lack of knowledge that we have.
Why do you think there's that hesitation and that lack of acknowledgement? Do you feel like maybe you're not being spoken to directly? What is it?
Part of that, we're not in the conversation. We're not at the table. You don't see us on the nightly news. Like we're not there. So I think that's part of the we don't have a seat at the table.
Specifically at Spelman, we have so many students that are involved not only nationally but locally within certain community issues, whether it be politics or anything, and we're actually making visible, tangible change. So I think the black woman demographic is definitely there.
So each week we come out and we talk to people about politics and different trending topics, and we've been having a very difficult time during this political session getting young people, and specifically young people of color, to talk about politics. Why do you think that is?
One of the reasons is probably because some people may not have a full view of what's going on, so it may be like due to a lack of education.
If you're asking specifically for the black millennials, we've definitely done our part. I feel as though, I could speak specifically at Spelman again, we had over 400 students registered in one day, and a lot of the students that came to the table were already registered to vote anyway.
All right, so our topic this week was voter registration and youth engagement, but we found someone on the street who has a different topic they want to discuss, and we're going to be taking a lot more of your topics later on, but for now, what's your topic?
International relations. So I'd like to talk about international relations and youth engagement. I know a lot of people are really excited for the presidential election, and one of the things I always find funny is people are really concerned about the domestic policies of the president, but he has much more power in international relations. And so I guess for me, one of my main things is when I look at a presidential candidate, Hillary versus a Trump, I look at their foreign policy perspective.
All right, folks, so once again, we came out to get everyone's opinions on the trending topic. And typically we have a difficult time getting the youth, and specifically millennials of color, to engage in the conversation. This time we had a very special episode, and we are on his historically black college campus, and Reverend Jesse Jackson was here talking to students about their voting rights. What we discovered was that on an HBCU campus, voting and political engagement are not only encouraged, but it's nurtured. So remember, folks, everyone's opinion is valid, and we should all take the time to listen. And don't forget to vote.